Don't feel like sharing my hair right now. I said I don't feel like showing my hair right now, so I just gonna scoot up just a little bit. All right, I am back. Just got done taking a shower, and you see I got this shirt on, and and of course I had to put on something that matched my shirt, and that's the do-rag. So give me 1 second. Trying to make sure nobody called. I got a phone call coming in, so I'm just trying to get this out the way before it happens. Man, listen, I'll say this: if you're in a snowstorm right now, just thank the Lord above that you're able to stay home. And for those that have to go to work and have to go out, man, I pray for you. You understand? Hope that's the snow truck trying to shovel. I'll check later, but in the meantime, let me look at y'all real quick. Again, I need to get into this topic a little bit. So, what we need to talk about in this world we live in when it comes down to anxiety. I think there's more anxiety than there's more, when there's more restriction with it. I feel like, a lot of people are scared to get help because they feel like the best rehabilitation is their vices. Like it could be drinking, smoking, or it could be something else. It could be yoga, exercising. That's good, right? I feel like for me, I explained this on my last video when I was talking about marriage and sex. I don't rely on that stuff. I feel like for me, yes, I exercise, but I don't rely on that as meditation. I just do it because I want to take care of my body. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really consider that as meditation. But I could say this. Me working out, obviously it does release some of my stress, but not necessarily, because when you're stressed out, you don't stay focused, and I feel the problem with me is I don't stay focused, because I get a lot of flashbacks. Again, I have PTSD, so it's hard for me to, stay focused, It's like I got ADHD, and I think that's why I say I have it, because I can't seem to stay focused. It's been happening ever since I was a kid. But I feel like, for me, the world is definitely anxious, because we live in a digital world and we live in the United States of anxiety. I don't know how it is out of country, but I know over here, there's a lot of, we're definitely spoiled to the point where we can't really trust people at all, period. We're definitely in a world where we definitely can't trust nobody. But that's where I question relationships. I always wonder why people are in a relationship. Sometimes I wonder why people are in a relationship, why they're married, and why, why is that? Why are there? If we live in that type of environment, why are we in a relationship now? Because you said we can't trust nobody, so why are we in a relationship? Why are we in a relationship with people that we shouldn't even be with? What gives me anxiety when I'm in a relationship? Meeting parents, meeting people that I don't feel comfortable meeting, like friends and whatnot. I don't feel comfortable with that. And the reason why I don't feel comfortable with that is because if I only know you for 2 weeks or 2 months, it's not me, I personally am not for that. I'm not saying I can't meet your parents, it's just saying I need more time, because I'm going through my trauma as well, like I don't feel comfortable, meeting people that I don't feel comfortable meeting, like me personally, I'm a supporter of interracial couples. If I be in a relationship with someone outside of my race, I have to feel like I have to let the woman know that look, if we be in a relationship, we have to really get to know each other, and I don't think we should rush into meeting parents and unless we're underage, and we're not, so we're adults. We can do whatever. But if But I think one thing that kind of turns me off from a woman is when I can tell she hasn't got it together. Like she ain't got her own place, she don't got her job, she don't got anything to do with her life besides go to her parents' house and being told what to do. I mean, if you're in your 20s and you're doing that, I don't know. I just can't really. I just can't really, rock with that. You know what I mean? Because I feel like, by age 20 you should have got it together. Now I understand I know age 18. I understand y'all young. Y'all just got out of high school. Y'all about to go to college. I get it, but I expect once you turn 21. You should have got everything together. You should have got your place together. You should have got your finances together. At least try to keep up with rent. And I just feel like, moving back with your parents to me is a downfall. And in our age group, we call that taking the L. I don't know which way you can see it, but because sometimes the camera would either show this side or this side. So if it shows this side, it might be like this, but if it shows like this, then it goes like this. But y'all know what I'm talking about. If the L goes like this, then it's probably gonna look like this. But just to let you know. But anyway, but yeah, it's called taking an L. To me, I think that's an L for you to move back with your parents. I think you moving back with your parents is a red flag because now you got to deal with your siblings and you got to deal with your pets. And you gotta deal with your parents' drama, and I just be like, man, don't you want to be free like me? Like I got my own place. Like why, live. It took me 2 or 3 years to get it. And don't get me wrong, I moved back with my parents when I was when I was y'all age, but I moved out at age 23. I moved out. I said, look, we ain't working out at the house, so I moved out. But even if it did work out, I still wouldn't be comfortable because it's not my home no more. Like living in my mama's house is not my home no more. You know what I mean? It's not. It probably was my home when I was a kid, but now that I'm 8. But then once I turned 18, I realized this ain't my home, so I have to move out. And then I stayed in Lansing for like 2 years, and then of course I moved back because of circumstances that happen, But as soon as I moved back at age 20, I moved out at age 23, and now I live here. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I feel like to me, you have to understand that it's all about what you want to do in life, and I feel like anxiety holds people back from that, or what they want to do in life. And I mean, you could blame these right here. I mean, I'm serious. Like, I really think that a lot of people are caught up into it because of their phones. And I feel like social media has caused that. Being on our phones too much has caused that. And I feel like we really need to work I don't know, like to me, phones and cameras don't really change me. To me, I'm the kind of person where it's something, if you're saying something changed me, I'm going to point it back at you and say it changed you. Because whatever happened to us talking on the phone, why are our communication skills are getting lower and lower every single day? Well, it's probably because you're taking it all on social media and you're not doing it in person. I don't respect that, man. I don't respect people that can't take it to person. You know what I'm saying? Like, by the end of the day, I want people to, if you got something to say, you say it in my face. But if you can't do it because you're scared, because you rather take it to social media, then that lets me know what kind of person you are. I don't want no woman that's going to take everything to social media, but she can't say this to me in person. You got my number, pick it up, call me, let's meet. You know what I'm saying? I feel like anybody that has any woman that has a boyfriend that be on that social media stuff shouldn't be with them. Same with a woman. Like, come on, man. Like, why are we dating a woman that be on social media taking photos and dropping our location, and then if something happens to us, we gotta blame the girl. This is just, again, I don't tell people where I live. I don't tell people where I eat at. The heck I need to do that for? My account is private. I don't need nobody, but hold on, people. Just because your account is private doesn't mean somebody that's following you can take that piece of information and throw it out there. I need people to understand that just because you got a private account doesn't mean that people in your follow list can't take your information and then capture it and then send it off. You know what I'm saying? You could think the people around you, you think the people around you can trust. You think you can trust those people, but you can't. You still got to keep your guard up. I think that's kind of one of the reasons why my social circle is small, but there's other reasons. But I feel like in order for you to trust people, I think people have to sacrifice. Really have to be committed. And I don't think people are doing that nowadays because it's scary. Everybody's scared to be committed, you know? That's why I question marriage, and I question women that want to have sex before marriage, and I question men that want to have sex, before marriage, because it's like, listen, I'm not in a rush to have sex, but I do want some type of sexual attention, sexual healing. But if I can't get that because you want to go by any other excuse, then you're just not the woman for me. Because I don't want to date a woman that can't acknowledge me for me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to date no average chick. I'm going to date a woman that I know that's right for me. You understand what I'm saying? You got to be right for me. And it's like, for me, I got to be careful who I be with, because I don't want to be with no woman that's going to hurt me. That's going to set me up. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got so many songs on our playlist where there's more breakups than makeup. And I ain't gonna say no names, but I just feel like there's a lot of artists out there that don't want to listen to love music. They want to listen to breakup music. And again, don't get me wrong, I dabble in there, I dibble and dabble here and there, but I only like it because of the music. I'm pretty sure there's people that can relate. I only like it because of the vocals, the instrumental. I know there's people out there that can relate, but the message means a lot to me. And I just can't date I just feel like a lot of relationships are ending because we keep promoting depression, anxiety, things that's going to bring us down, not bring us up. We could talk about that, but that's why I think it's better we have therapy sessions, discussions, group sessions, so that when we can talk about it. But I feel like we're not doing that. I mean, I remember I was in college in my freshman year. We used to have a man's group. We used to talk about that stuff a lot. But we can't do that. Once sophomore year came, we ended that. And I stopped going. I can't believe we can't have sessions where we can have talks with each other. And I just feel like if we can't do that, then this ain't meant for us. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I feel like we gotta have discussions. And I feel like, and a lot of people say that women talk more than men. They have discussions more than men, which is fine. But I feel like what our barbershops are for, what our man caves are for, like what if we have like football fantasies, like fantasy football, like what are those for? I just feel like there are men that do talk to each other. It's just we don't talk about our problems like that, and I feel like we need to start doing that, because if we don't, then it gets worse. You feel me? So I feel like I love talking about my problems, but I like to talk about other people's as well. And I know sometimes it's overwhelming, but I feel like when I was a kid, I used to love talking to people about problems because I want to try to see if we could work on a solution. But nobody wants to hear that. I feel like that's in base. This is my experience. I don't know about yours, but I feel like I will hope that you would try to confess that on the comment section down below. But I feel like if you want to talk about anxiety, I feel like in this title that I've got in this video, I feel like I want to talk about, like, I'm trying to think of the title. Like, I think like anxiety in relationships, because I feel like we have a hard time building relationships because we're scared that we're going to get taken advantage of. But that's why I wonder, young lady, why you want to get married when you should? Why you want to get married when you're not scared of divorce? Because there are some women out there that are scared to get married because they're scared of divorce, and I respect that. I'm not scared of divorce. I'm scared that you don't trust me, because what you want to do is hurt me. Because you can go all day talking about marriage, but if I don't have no final say, then I don't want to talk. I don't want this to be about you. I want this to be about me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want all of us. I want both of us to get. Let me take that back. I want both of us to have me on the same page, 50-50. Like, I'm not gonna get married, and I can't get you to trust me. And I feel like the only way I can get you to trust me is if you accept me. And if you can't accept me, then I can't accept you. Because don't get me wrong, you're an attractive girl, but if you can't trust me to the point where I can, where you can accept me for who I am, to where I can, like, you should even let me in your crib if you don't trust me. Like, what sucks? What sucks about some of these things is this. And I was just talking to a friend about this the other day. Not the other day, but like a couple years ago. I remember he told me that you get new friends, you get new problems. That is true. But what if you have a girlfriend and she give you new problems? Oh yeah. Yeah. I don't know if we can deal with that. See, I feel like, to me, it's hard to find a woman that doesn't have a dog. I feel like it's hard for me to find a woman that doesn't have a cat. I feel like it's hard for me to find a woman that want to have sex before marriage. I think it's hard for me to find a woman that want to get married to have kids. Well, actually, it's not. That's not hard to get. But I feel like it's hard to get a woman to have sex, have protected sex before marriage, and then when we get married, we have raw sex, and then we have kids. I feel like it's hard to find those kind of women. But I feel like even if there are women out there that has that, I feel like those women are like out there, but they're looking for a guy that behaves just like them. And I'm just, I don't know. I don't want a woman that's gonna behave like me. But however, I do want a woman that's like a homebody and that likes to go outside, but only how can I put this? Like, I only want her to go outside when it's time to go to the movies, go to the park, taking walks outside, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like go out to eat. I can do that. But I don't want to do it all the time. Because at some point we're gonna have to sit still. We're gonna have to, order us some food and bring it here. Either we call DoorDash or, get some pizza from Hungry Howie's. Either way it goes, like, what's the problem? or Domino's or Chess. Either way, I just feel like we can't, I feel like, to me, if I can't find a woman that's like that, then, then it's best for me to be single. And I suggest you do the same. I know you want a companion, but maybe you have the tolerance. And I'm just like, look, I don't know. Sometimes I ask myself, would you date a woman that has a dog? Probably not, because if I date a woman that have a dog, it better be at his parents' house. But then again, I think it sucks when you have a dog that loves to bark and you're worried that they're gonna bite you, than have a dog that don't bark and won't do no harm to you. And I don't like little dogs. Man, I hate little dogs. Oh man, if they're not puppies, fuck them. Like, excuse my language, but forget them. Like, I don't want them. Like, in no way in heck, I don't want them. I don't want no little dogs. Okay, if you got a Chihuahua, whatever, I don't know too many little dogs, but if you got one of them little Chihuahuas, or you got those little dogs that just can't control, man, no little dog can control themselves. But I'm just saying, man, no little dogs, man, please, no. Okay, I can handle a big dog, but not no little dog. Nope, I can't do it. I can't do it, because then I could, if we're gonna get a dog, I'd rather get it for myself, and then at least I can train it. At least I know this dog won't do no harm when they see you. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like nobody's raising these dogs right. Like, I feel like a lot of dogs are just, they behave a certain manner because of what's going on in the household. And I can't have no dog that just want to bark and bite. And I'm just like, man, no, let me get a dog that don't bark like that. You know what I'm saying? If it's gonna bark like that, it's only doing it because you're because you're trying to do harm, and the dog can sense that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of these dogs haven't been taught that. They just taught to just, all right, you see something, you hear something, give us an alert. But that alert is not taken care of. You feel me? So I just feel like it has to be balances with that. It has to be restrained with that. And if there's none of that, then we can't move forward with this. So that's a red flag right there. I can't date a girl that has little dogs, and I definitely can't date a girl that has a dog that hasn't been trained right, because I don't trust dogs, man. I've been attacked by a dog before. I never got bitten, but I have been attacked by a dog, and trust me, I haven't got over that ever since. And unfortunately this happened this year. So if you want to know my 2022 review, I'll definitely give you that. But see, the problem is I'm gonna be working next week, so I probably won't have time to give you guys that. But I'll be able to make one before that week come up. Probably do it today. But I'm just saying, I just wanted to say up front that, respect my wishes, because again, I love dogs, but not when you got one that's harming other people. I just, again, it might not do nothing to you, but I just wonder how you able to sleep at night when you have a dog that can't control himself or control herself. You know what I mean? So if you can't seem to like have that type of training, then forget it. I'm not doing it, man. Imagine you going to sleep trying to get your rest. You just had a long day of work, and the dog barking, no different than a baby crying. So it's just like, forget it. I'm not doing it, bro. I'm not doing it. But that's a red flag. But I'm just saying, for anybody that's out there that has, that has been in a relationship, man, if you know more than I do, I would love for you to get on the comment section and talk about that a little bit more. What do you guys think? Do you feel like relationships breakups are in an all-time high due to anxiety? Do you feel like a lot of these relationships are just all played act, and there's not really no love behind it? It's just all for stunt. It's just all for show. You know what I'm saying? And by stunt, I mean for show. So do you guys think that or do you think there are some couples out there that's trying to promote love, but just in their own way? But you guys go ahead and talk about that down below in the comment section. I'll go ahead and leave you guys up there. Hopefully you guys will respond to this video. And again, I'm not trying to spit facts. I'm just giving you my opinion and my experience. Okay? Just wanted to let that out there. All right. See you in the next video.